former Trump campaign chairman Paul Manafort and his longtime business partner Rick Gates have been charged in a 12-count indictment with conspiracy against the United States, conspiracy to launder money and making false statements. The indictment marked the first criminal allegations to come from special counsel Robert S. Mueller III's investigation into possible coordination between the Trump campaign and Russia to influence the 2016 election. The charges did not reference the Trump campaign but instead focused on Manafort's and Gates's work advising a Russia-friendly political party in Ukraine. The special counsel alleged that for nearly a decade, the two men laundered money through scores of U.S. and foreign corporations, partnerships and bank accounts, and gave false statements to the Justice Department and others when asked about their work on behalf of a foreign entity. Former campaign manager for President Trump, Paul Manafort, entered an FBI field office in Washington, D.C., on October 30. Following reports that he plans to turn himself in for charges stemming from an investigation into possible Russian meddling in the 2016 U.S. presidential election. Reuters. All told, more than $75 million flowed through offshore accounts, the special counsel alleged. Manafort, the special counsel said, laundered more than $18 million, using his wealth acquired overseas to enjoy a lavish lifestyle in the United States, purchasing multi-million-dollar properties and paying for home renovation. Gates did not respond to a request for comment, nor did Jason Maloney, a spokesman for Manafort. Manafort was spotted walking into the FBI's Washington field office Monday morning. Washington, especially those in political and media circles, had been anxiously anticipating the charges since CNN reported Friday night that a grand jury had approved the first charges in Mueller's investigation. Spokespeople for Mueller and the Justice Department declined to comment over the weekend. A Justice Department spokeswoman declined to comment Monday, and a spokesman for the special counsel's office did not return messages seeking comment. According to the indictment, Manafort and Gates arranged to hire two Washington-based lobbying firms to work on behalf of their Ukrainian clients, arranging meetings with U.S. officials and boosting their public image in the United States. Prosecutors say, however, that Manafort and Gates arranged for a Brussels-based non-profit to nominally hire the companies to hide the fact that their work was for Ukrainian government officials and would otherwise require registration under the Foreign Agents Registration Act. In fact, prosecutors allege, Manafort was communicating directly with then Ukrainian President Viktor Yanukovych about the effort, promising in 2012 to provide him weekly updates about the effort. To further obscure Ukrainian involvement in the lobbying effort, prosecutors say payments to the Washington firms were routed through obscure offshore companies. Prosecutors say that when the Department of Justice approached Manafort and Gates in 2016 and 2017 about whether they should have registered as foreign agents for the work, they responded with false and misleading letters, indicating they had not directed the lobbying effort and asserting they did not hold records reflecting their work, even though later searches showed they did. According to the indictment, Manafort and Gates also were accused of willfully and intentionally trying to hide monies kept in foreign bank accounts, Manafort from 2011 to 2014 and Gates from 2012 to 2014. And Manafort was accused of filing fraudulent tax returns, stating on tax forms he filed from 2008 to 2014 that he controlled no foreign bank accounts. Mueller was appointed in May to oversee the probe of possible coordination between the Trump campaign and Russia, taking over work that the FBI had begun in July 2016. Their interest in Manafort, though, dates back to at least 2014, long before Mueller was appointed or Manafort was connected to the Trump campaign. While Mueller's probe has focused on Manafort and former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn, investigators have shown interest in a broad array of other topics. Those include meetings the president's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, had with the Russian ambassador and a banker from Moscow in December, and a June 2016 meeting at Trump Tower involving the president's son, Donald Jr., and a Russian lawyer. Mueller's team has requested extensive records from the White House, covering areas including the president's private discussions about firing James B. Comey as FBI director and his response to news that Flynn was under investigation, according to two people briefed on the requests. Mueller is also investigating whether Trump obstructed justice leading up to Comey's firing. His team has been actively presenting records and bringing witnesses before the grand jury in D.C. for the last 3 months.